All right, how's it going? My name's IPA Fan. This is Church of Chug. Today we are chugging stouts and talking can. So let's go ahead and go around and introduce yourselves. Henry?
Dr. Sinkum is here. Today I'm going to do this puff pastry from Air Lodge.
Cool. Ricky?
All right, guys, Ricky with the good beer here. I am going to be doing a shillelagh stout, Irish stout from my local spot here, Diner Brewing Company.
Jay Hunt?
Craft Wetness here. I'm going to be chugging this old Rasputin, Russian Imperial Stout.
Rasputin?
Yes.
North
Rasputin.
You picked the heavy one.
Gordy?
Gordy drinks craft. I'm going to be attempting to drink Champurrado by Great Notion at 10%. So, yeah, there you go.
Never right?
I'm going to be drinking a tropical mooncake from Aurora Brewing. It is a imperial pastry stout with toasted macadamia nuts, toasted coconut, Tahitian, Ecuadorian, Madagascar vanilla beans, and marshmallow, and it's 10%.
I'm just mentally seated.
Nice.
Ooh, I got excited.
It's like diabetes.
Yeah, I'm not looking.
Al?
Oh, wow.
What's up, everybody? Beer Loving here. I'm going to be drinking cookies and cream, cookies and cookies from Evil Twin, 12% pastry stout, I believe.
Yeah.
And special guest today, Brown Sugar.
Hi guys, Brown Sugar here. I'm drinking Loyalist City Brewing Company. This is like one of my favorites for Canadian stouts. It's a black 47 Irish stout. It's 4.7%, but it is smooth and delicious and just makes me happy.
Stouts are not smooth and delicious.
It's so good.
I'm going with about as basic as it gets, Guinness.
Can't go wrong with Guinness, right?
No.
Can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong with it. Plus, I still had some leftover from like our Irish one, so I'm like, I'm not going to buy a stout.
If I'm not mistaken, the ABV on the draft is kind of lower, right? It's like a 4.7.
It's
4?
like somewhere four something.
Yeah,
4.3 or 4.7.
4.2. I don't see it, but I'm assuming around there.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, well. All right, screw it. With that being said, let's go ahead and unfortunately get a stout chug in. Jay, you're in the middle. You can...
Oh, God.
I'm a little
All right, glasses up. 3, 2, 1. Cheers.
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 Flautas.
Oh, that was disgusting.
That was actually
Oh,
really good.
damn good.
That was really good.
That was excellent.
Very proud of you.
Last couple of
Disgusting,
chugs
bro.
have not been
Thanks,
good.
Gordy.
Oh my God.
Go get the EpiPen.
No, I'm good so far. My son's
Yeah,
not
right.
falling out.
I was eating shit and shit too before I did this, so I'm really going to have the itis.
Hey, Neva, you've been drinking. You just did a shot like not too long ago, right?
Probably about an hour ago now.
Oh, Neva's lit right now.
Oh, that is.
It's been a fun day.
Yeah, I told my buddies when I come back, I'm going to roll into their pool like a seal.
I'm gonna do that too, Neva. As soon as I'm done with this, like I'm going down the street, getting right in the pool, do another beer chug. I feel you.
What's the topic we got, fellas?
So today we are talking can art. For those complete novices, it's literally art on the side of your can. And depending on the brewery, you'll either get something that's consistent every single time, i.e. the same artist, or you'll get something that is pretty much different can to can and just has really the label that you can notice on it, and that's about it. Others have similar patterns, similar types of art. It depends, obviously, whatever you get. So anybody, let's actually go around and see what we're cruising with and show off that can art. Unless you don't want to show your can art, but
You let the guests go first.
Brown Sugar, what do you got?
I have a little stash here and everything. Like I brought some aside and everything. And so, to be honest, I've always had craft beers since I was 21, but not like this, not as intense in the past year. But I will say, when I went to Texas, my first craft beer was this Dallas Blonde. I've kept it since I've been back, and I love this IPA, and it's delicious. It's great. But that was like one of the cans I kept. And I was talking to Jaron earlier, he asked me what my favorite style of beer. And I'm like, I love sours and I love stouts. So complete opposite spectrums. So this one here from a local one, Trailways Brewery, that I sent you and everything. I love this can. I bought the glass. It has that lovely face on it and everything. Like, you can't go wrong with that. So, and the only one I'll bring up after that is the fact of Collective Arts. It's huge up here, personally, because they do their like number cans. So like number 14, there's all different types from every
That's
type
pretty
of
cool.
artist and everything. So they always have amazing art on their cans every time. So if it's not subtle, it's just big.
One of the cool things about that can is that when you look at it from one side, you can always tell what the brewery is, right? But
Yep.
then you turn it like all new artwork. I've always liked the way they did their can art.
Once you
I
see a
love it.
giant number, whatever, you know it's Collective Arts.
Yes. And you taught me that, actually, Al. Like, I didn't know that. And ever since you told me,
And all the numbers.
I
Yeah.
think I was at number 12
Right.
when you told me, and I've gone to 15 so far. So
Right.
I'm on the lookout every time now, and it's
Find
nice.
number 7 and find number 9. Those are the best ones that I ever had from any of the Collective Arts series.
Nice.
If I get out west, I'll look.
Like special edition prints too with their barrel aged stuff.
Yes.
We got our buddy a really nice barrel. I can't remember what it was now, like the name of it. But he's into birding just like how I am. And it came with like this really nice, it was almost like a 1950s like print to go along with the bottle and the label. But sometimes they'll do really nice like special edition prints too that you can buy.
So Henry, what can do you got?
So I got, I mean, there's a lot of can art out there, but I've gotten drawn to Anchorage Brewing Company. So this is Crossroads.
Oh, yes.
They do have
This
some pretty
is,
cool
this is
can art.
basically
wow.
your Samurai.
Nice.
And so this is a double Indian Pale Ale, double dry hop with Motueka, Simcoe, Strata, Citra, Melba, Galaxy, Mosaic.
Nice. Gordy, what about you?
I'm going pretty basic today. I'm going with the Dank Williamson Cellar Maker. I think their labels are pretty cool. They always try to bring out the hops in all their cans, you know. But I think one of the main breweries that sticks out for me is Tripping Animals. Their fucking can art is amazing, in my opinion.
Yeah. What about you, J-Hope?
So I got this Great Notion can. I'm pretty sure everybody can recognize a Great Notion can.
Oh,
This is Dirty
Good one.
Dancing. Got this one from Gordy. Thank you, Gordy. And but what can really stands out for me is KCBC up in New York. Like, they just have like just some great ass fucking can art.
the superhero
Their
stuff.
beer's pretty good too. Still, to go with the can
Do
art.
you follow the artist, Funny Bone?
Huh?
Follow the artist, Funny Bone. He's the one that does all the KCBC art. He's awesome.
Yeah, Funny Bone. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got like coloring books and shit too, I'm pretty sure.
What about you, Ricky?
All right, guys, I'm going with somebody that's very recognizable once you see the can.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Second,
Oh yeah.
sure.
I don't know who I wish I knew who their illustrator is, but they I think it's Neon. This one was designed by Neon Dinosaur, but you know, you always see the little dog, Nelson, and then you see their
I
can
love that
art,
little dog.
so recognizable. Yeah, it's a cool can, man.
So what was
Yeah.
the company of the brewery again? I'm sorry.
Non
Oh, sorry,
sequitur.
not secular.
They're like a
No.
what do you call it? Gypsy brewery?
Yes.
Well, I think they're in
He
Queens
has
now,
a,
right?
he has a
Or-
location now.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, we did a whole episode on them.
Yeah, I was going to say, any people watching this curious about non sequitur, go check out that episode. We even talked about the can art with the owner for a little bit too. Al, what do you got?
I'm looking at this from the standpoint of selling. Flashy can. This is Lock City's International Juggernaut. I'm not looking at this so much as a identifying label because, as you said, IPA fan, some cans are identifiable to their own brewery, and then they have cans that are just erratic and not like, conforming to the same art. So this defines that in a big way. So to me, it's like a selling point, but that's what I'm doing. Black City.
Neva?
I just went with a real basic local from the 315 brewery. It's their punch IPA that has orange rind in it.
Nice.
It's not very hazy. It's kind of clear, but it's a crusher. It's pretty good. It's representing Central New York with the orange and blue for Syracuse, so can't go wrong there.
I got you. So I went with a Route 30 Brewing with Crooks and Beer Farm. It's a triple collaboration. Yeah, your Beer Farm.
Nice.
We're showing it upside down.
You love your collaborations.
Crooks. When we actually had the owner of Beer Farm, Nate, on here, he was talking about this this collaboration coming out. I just love the art. It's random and it encompasses a lot of Riverside in the local area. You'll actually see skaters carrying around like their 6-packs or actually 12 running around here.
Where's Crooks from?
Crooks is also literally, you can walk from the Route 30 Brewing that's in downtown to Beer Farm and then to Crooks, all in like a half mile from each other.
Is this Riverside?
Yeah, downtown.
Oh. Cool.
Did you go out your way to find that can, or was it just like there and you got it?
No, I was it's actually everywhere here in downtown Riverside at all 3 places. But I was lucky enough to actually get a beer with the guys from Beer Farm yesterday and bought a couple cans as well to help support.
Nice.
I want to go there.
It's a Helles lager, so not really my type of beer, but glad to help out, help support you.
That's what I said earlier. Lee.
Oh, I was gonna say, I'm all, you don't do lagers, so I was like, you're starting to turn that wheel a little slowly.
It's fucking hot as hell.
We'll get them converted.
Drink a lager.
We will.
We'll get them
It'll
converted.
happen.
So wait, do we look at the label as a selling point or something as an identifying mark?
I was gonna
both.
that.
I want to say
I
both.
think both, yeah.
I think it's both.
Go ahead.
But at some point, all of us here who are like really familiar with the breweries, and others, at some point we don't care really about the actual can art because we already know that we're going to get solid beer from a particular brewery.
Right.
If you look at other half, their everything series, it's very plain, it's very nondescript, but we know what's in the can is going to be fucking fire. So I mean, for me, this is always going to be like a marketing thing for for something that's on the shelf.
I think some breweries use it as a marketing thing. So for instance, I've sent Ricky beers from There Does Not Exist. Theirs are very unique cans, very unique can art, to them. So their artist actually works for them at the actual brewery and actually designs every single label that they put on every single beer that they make.
Right. That was like Nightmare Brewing before the guy got fired.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was all macabre, demonic type of stuff. He got axed,
I like now though they have artists in rotation now though for their art, so that's kind of cool instead of just having the same guy.
Yeah.
For a little bit with stick figures on like Post-it notes.
Exactly, right. But for me, when I had seen Nightmare Brewing, that specific art form, I didn't have to see that it was Nightmare Brewing. I saw the can like that's Nightmare Brewing.
Same with Aurora. Aurora Brewing's like that. Like when you see an Aurora can, because a lot of it's geometric, like different patterns over and over. Sometimes we switch it up, but
Just
Aurora can.
Just like almost as you see a Humble Sea can, it's Humble Sea right off the bat. Just because of the cartoon.
You know who they are. You don't have to know that's Humble Sea.
Pure also has those cans that you can always tell the can because it has that raised little bit of that the label is always like that little raised has that feeling to it.
Yeah, Pure's pretty awesome in my opinion.
Same thing with Brewery West.
They got a triple can release coming up.
Yeah, Brewery West. Brewery West has some killer designs too.
Yeah, they have all those stickers that go. I mean, I don't know how the hell they do that. I guess they just put a sticker on top of a sticker, so whatever the hell.
Yeah, theirs is unique because it's smaller stickers everywhere.
Yeah.
To make the label.
Used by the Daquan can. Like I was peeling off every little donut wheel and sticking it on our fridge. Our fridge has little Daquan donut holes now from like that's just great.
Here in Canada and everything, like like, don't get me wrong. Like, what I have is great labels and like great art, but I can't tell the difference because it changes and everything. Like, whereas you guys are talking about like Humble Sea and other ones that are like similar. The only one I would say, if anything, might be Collective Arts, because there's like a strip right on the side saying Collective Arts, and then the wraparound is something totally different every time. But you do know it's going to be a Collective Arts just because of the strip on the side. And that's the only one that for me personally is recognizable. I am learning from you guys once I start drinking them all soon enough. I'm understanding which ones you guys are talking about and everything, but for Canada, I don't know, unless you're out west in the bigger cities and like between Vancouver and Toronto, there's bound to be like breweries that have those labels that are noticeable and like easily recognizable. Here, New Brunswick, no.
One of the Canadian breweries, I think they're called Town. They're get yourself some Town. I tried
Alright.
it in Canada a couple of times years ago.
Okay.
$50 for 5 cans, sent it overseas. They're a really good brewery, and their cans are very distinct.
Town. Okay. I have a couple of friends in Ontario and everything. So
Best.
okay.
So Brown Sugar, the cans that you showed,
Yep.
are they Canadian brewery beers?
Those are
or-
Canadian, yeah. Yep, those are all Ontario and everything. Like I have the
okay.
only US one is this one. That's it. Because I've
Out
been
from
out.
Texas.
Yeah, that's in Texas and everything. Everything else I have, I mean, besides a Corona that's somewhere in my house, that's everything
It's
is
funny that
from
you have that in your
Canada.
house.
How dare you have Corona
I'm
in
so
your house?
sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
But see, that brings
And it's a Corona premiere, probably too.
They
is
have
what
those
I
No,
cans
heard.
out.
no.
What you talking about?
Wow.
Emery, what were you gonna say?
that brings a good question. You know, is can art just here in the States or is it worldwide?
Oh, no.
Because you don't see it.
Right.
You don't see it a lot worldwide, especially in Europe. You don't see it a lot.
Actually-
I will butt in on that one because I got a couple of bottles from Belgium that I bought here and everything, and it has like some nunnery like art and everything. I
Okay.
don't have them anymore, but they did have some art on it and everything. And there was a beer I had for Christmas time that was like Christmassy from England and everything. So it had a little bit of art going on for it.
You always know an Ami Polo can or
Yes,
when you
yeah.
know Ami Polo for sure. You always can identify.
I follow some Brazilian accounts, and their can art is pretty sick, in my opinion. So
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
not just the United States. So I think everybody's trying to get into like, hey, this is our good beer. Let's put some
Right.
flashy label on it, and it works. So
Well, again, that goes with the marketing, just to catch the eye, especially if it's on the shelf at like, your local package store. But like if you're going into the brewery, I don't think it's necessary for them to have to razzle dazzle their can. Everybody that's going in there knows that they're going in there for that specific type of beer, that specific brewery.
Right.
So put yourself in the footsteps of a brewery. What would you do? Would you focus on making cool but consistent art, or would you switch it up all the time? Or would you even have basic art? Because there's something to be said about incredibly basic, like just saying the words on it. I'm thinking someone like District 96, they're very catchy because it's so incredibly basic. But on the flip side, you got Great Notion, who's always awesome, but it's always the same artist, kind of consistent.
right.
Good
Mm.
point. I think
I
for me
also
personally, it
wonder-
would just be
I also wonder
a
I wonder
generic.
if it has anything to do with distribution, because District 96 doesn't distribute; they sell out of their spot. So you're going to go there and buy their beer. I can get KCBC down the street here, so they actually got to be on the shelf somewhere. So I wonder if they need to be a little bit flashier because they're all over the place. Whereas
Probably.
some places,
Yeah, because
you gotta come
it's funny that you
to
mentioned
brewery to buy it.
KCBC because they are flashy. It's a lot of color on that can.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
have
It
you
really
guys
catches the
had
attention.
flashy beer that tastes like shit? Because I have.
Oh, yeah. Who
Oh,
has
of
it?
course,
Yeah.
yeah.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Who has it?
You know,
But
This
what
is
do
what we
you
gotta
guys
do.
buy for? Do you buy for the can, or do you buy, okay, oh, that's a beer I like for that ABV and everything? Is that what you're looking for, or are you looking for the can art too?
ABV
No,
and
I-
hops combination.
Hop
I look for
combination.
hops combination.
I
and
don't
the
give a
notes.
shit about the can.
That's what I
It could be
buy.
the ugliest can in the world.
I
Just because it
I
has
do a
hops
little
in
bit of
combination,
both actually,
like a brewer.
and especially when I was first getting into craft beer, I would just walk down the line and either pick something up that was flashy and caught my eye, or some type of label that was like, oh, look at that, that's cool, that looks cool, let's pick it up, as long as it said IPA on it. It was just a way for me to try different beers. So, you know, anything that said IPA and I thought the can looked cool, I would just pick it up. Some of them were good, some of them were fucking horrible. So
Yeah.
you know,
I'm gonna talk about
this way I did it so that I could, you know, expand the palate and stuff, you know.
What were we saying, Gordon?
I said I'm gonna talk about my little cheeky green cheek. I love that little guy.
Yeah.
They keep their labels super simple and this is awesome. Another one is Highland Park. I like Angry Cat and Skater Cat. I'm not a big cat person, but I fucking love all their little cat designs. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, Green Cheek has pretty cool art, and yeah, they always have that hair. Pretty great. I was gonna say though, something in the fairness of flashy can art, you have to think if you're holding pretty much two identical cans as far as what's the contents, and you don't really know it, or you don't know anything about the brewery, you are probably going to subconsciously go with a cool looking can. It's
true.
How it works. So.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially if it's Instagram related.
Yeah.
You want to get those.
Oh God. I don't care what label it looks like. If it has monkish, it gets like a fucking 1,000 fucking likes on it right off the bat. It's like, but another brewery that we haven't talked about is Beer Zombies. Beer Zombies make some cooler designs, and I think they should be put out there too. Yeah,
they collaborate with pretty much anybody. So
yeah.
Pretty damn
Whoa,
good.
Jaron, why you got to say it like that? All angry and shit. Man.
Can I ask
Bro,
a simple
I'm lit,
question?
bro. Shit, this beer is fucking kicking in.
Bro, you're the guest. You can ask anything you want.
Okay, so again, me still learning craft beer industry and everything like that. Collabs. I understand that there's different breweries and everything collaborating, but what are they collaborating on in the sense of like they're just making the beer together, or how does this work out? I hear it all the time. Someone says there's three beers.
Best because Henry's going to be doing a lot of collaborations in the next couple of months.
Well, that question goes straight to Henry.
Collab. Someone explain to me. Sorry.
Yeah.
It depends. For instance, you know, the collab with District 96 that I'm going to do is I'm actually going to be there. And, you know, he basically told me, I'm going to work your ass off and we're going to make the beer together, you know?
Okay.
So I'm actually involved in the brewing process.
Okay.
Okay. Lock City, on the other hand, I'm involved in the brewing process. I'm involved in the label design. So it's both.
Okay.
That's cool.
So, but some people, it can be a Zoom. A lot of brewers that I know, they'll Zoom and they'll talk about a beer. One person will make it and it's a collab.
Okay, all right. I was always confused hearing about these collabs. I'm like, I don't know. The only collab I've had, the only one I had was a golden beer that had glitter in it and everything. And it was just helping out with women's industry and everything up here in New Brunswick. And it was nice because it was like 4 different breweries combined. So I just didn't know how it worked out, if like someone brewed a process and then someone else bottled it. I didn't know. So
if it was made at the brewery, it's the brewery that made it owns it. It's their beer.
Okay.
And the other contributing people get a share of that beer that they can sell, but the brewery that made it there, it's their beer 100%. Okay. And because, sometimes it's not even a matter of like whether or not there was an actual contribution in the sense like, oh, I'm going to tell you what hops make. No, it's just like their name is being put on the can as well.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
that happens a lot where they do that.
The one Jaren's drinking, that's a collaboration with Great Notion and Other Half.
Okay.
So, and I know,
Jared, can you read the can and see where it was made?
That one's made in Great Notion.
That one's made in Portland.
It's named differently.
Because the can art is all Great Notion, so therefore it's just really Other Half's name is being put on it as a collaboration. But they might not have had shit to do with actually the ingredients, or they might have.
Speaking of collabs, though, like the collab labels are always pretty cool because you got the broccoli and the Sasquatch on that label. Yeah,
there's always that.
It's funny because Other Half made the same version, but they called it Chaperone.
Yeah, I got it right.
And it was actually out in Other Half took it out. So of course Ricky has to have it. There it is.
Of course.
See, that's the same exact brew, but it's just brewed differently.
Right.
And it's a collab.
If you see that it has a broccoli, it's from the Brooklyn area.
Oh, I didn't know
That's,
that.
that's a giveaway. If it's a broccoli, it's the Brooklyn location.
For other
The
half.
Brooklyn, the DC, and the New
What's
York
the
one.
deal with broccoli? Is that
Circle.
fucking
What
the
was that,
vegetable
Neva?
of the state?
Oh, there's the pentagon, and then there's the circle, and then I can't remember the other shape to identify each can too, because each other half location has a different shape on the center.
Exactly.
That's funny. I
And
had
the
no
tab on
idea.
top of the can is a different color. I believe
Okay.
the DC location is green. For you, Neva, it's blue, and I think
Brooklyn's black
yes.
or
Yep.
regular. Yep.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I want to throw out one more brewery because they kind of helped us out start when they kind of gave us free beer. Unsung has solid
Yes.
fucking
Oh,
swag,
yeah.
little fucking,
I was
their
just there.
artwork is awesome.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I'd
So-
say they're
And they're what's the other one that we did Unsung and Steelworks. Their cans.
so.
Yeah.
I was going to mention, going back, talking about other half, it's interesting how simultaneously they have some consistencies where like they'll have a piece of pizza over and over and over, but then other cans look nothing like the other can that you'll see, which is, it almost seems like the series is the same, or am I wrong? Because I don't know other half as well as you guys do, but
They'll do like a series, yeah. They'll do like a whole broccoli series, and then like different broccolis, broccoli with cheddar broccoli,
Right.
and like
Then you have the tomato can.
florets and all that.
You got the tomato can, you got the broccoli and cheese.
And they just recently did the what was that Cajun seasoning, the crab leg?
the Old Bay. So there's
Yeah,
the
Old Bay.
one,
God,
yeah.
Old Bay's so
Yeah.
fucking bomb.
So good. That's awesome.
That reminded me of Philly when I went to the Phillies game and they had Old Bay fries with cheddar cheese. Oh my god.
Oh,
So good.
That sounds good.
I'm
That
missing
shit
a
on
lot.
everything.
Too seasoning. Is that a word, seasoning?
Gordy named a couple. Anybody else got some breweries you want to give a shout out to that their can arts?
Oh hell yeah! If anybody's gotten cans from
yeah.
our boy Rich, Android Theory, they always
Android
make
Theory.
some.
Oh, how do we forget Android Theory?
Android Theory. Yep.
If Rich was on here, he would have mentioned that right away.
Somebody apparently likes, Ricky a lot more than the rest of us because he got Android Theory. I didn't get it.
I think Ricky has connection to all the fucking breweries. I want to say. I
Ricky
think
says
he's,
love to everybody.
very well.
He deserves
You
it.
don't know what I do on the weekdays.
Have you guys seen a brewery where the can art almost ruins the beer, like makes you not want to drink it, but then you're like,
Yeah,
beer's
Decadent
good.
Nails.
Oh yeah, Decadent. Yeah, screw
I'm
that.
sorry, I don't like their art.
Oh
Decadent Nail art,
yeah.
it's identifiable, but their art is kind of sloppy and ugly. I don't really care for it too much.
I had Decadent Ales in my fridge, and every time I look at it, I was like, I don't want to drink that shit.
Yeah,
Hopefully I didn't give
it
to
makes
you.
you
Don't
not
want
want
to
to
drink
drink
that.
it. You know what? And actually, it goes back to that where we see the label and it's just like, do I really want to try this? But it's
Yeah,
like,
your fridge, your fridge like,
I prefer a plain label that said like beer IPA over shitty art. That's just me.
I mean,
That's like-
for
You know
instance,
what
there's one in Decadent Ales. It's literally a freaking French toast with
Yeah.
little feet on it.
that's the one I
It's
had.
horrible. It's horrible.
That's the one I had.
Awesome.
I didn't choke that
that's
shit.
like abnormal. Abnormal just says abnormal on the can. It's just like one color. And it's
Yep.
like,
Yep.
nah, I'm cool. Like,
All right, wait, we
you know.
have 2 minutes left. Let me ask, what does everybody think that the best marketed beer is out as far as labels go right now? Like which one do you
450
think?
North.
You said 450 North?
I was
I
just
agree,
playing.
1000%. I
wanted to
agree
get
with
you mad.
that. 450 North has probably the best art labeling out there right now.
But the beer sucks.
It's the most
Was that
eye-catching, it's the
Rocky
most coolest looking cans.
I'm gonna say that.
Their beer is not great to me, but yeah, they actually.
But
do
I
have-
also agree with Gordy. Tripping Animals, dude. Tripping Animals can art. I mean,
Yeah.
that's just, you know,
I'll
you're
put them
getting the
second.
Tripping Animals.
Yeah.
We do got to shout out though, Travis, man. I love their beer series. That's just beer, like that's beer on their cans, like the
Yeah.
like the
Plain
Cerveza,
beer.
and the German one they
3
did is
different
just
types.
beer.
All right, we'll probably got to end this soon. So
Yeah, we're
All right,
coming down
with
to
that
the
All
last-
I'm gonna say is I love Collective Arts because the thing is their beers are always great. And there's only been a
Yeah.
couple I've been like a little about, but I
Eh.
love the art. I love the beers that they come out with, especially one that had blueberry, vanilla, chocolate, and then something else that did not sound like it belonged, but it was really, really
think
good.
it was
And it was a
truffle butter.
sour.
All right,
What?
with that being
Butter.
said, thank you, Brown Sugar, for joining us today, and that's it.